Hey, this is Josh at J3 Hobby Farms. Hey, thanks for tuning in. If you made it this far, that's awesome. Hey, we're a new channel. We've had a hobby farm here in Ohio for about, I don't know, about 10 years or so. And through the years, we've had some chickens, goats, we got horses. We actually breed some black German short-haired pointers as well. So we got about 7.5 acres, so nothing huge, but there's been some things that I've seen on YouTube and things we use that I think I could probably add some value by doing a little review here and there. And I hope you guys tune in and enjoy. I enjoy watching a lot of the different YouTube hobby farm channels. I learn a lot from there, and maybe some of the things that projects we're working on right now might be useful for you guys too. Today we're actually going to be reviewing the Countyline Compact Manure Spreader from Tractor Supply Center. I've had a hard time trying to find a small spreader when we brought our horses over from where we were boarding about a year ago, and I had a couple different options, and there was actually a local dealer that had this compact manure spreader. So we've been using it for just over a year, and I thought today I'd give you a little update on kind of how it's going, pluses, minuses, things I've dealt with. I think all in all, it's a pretty good spreader. Price point's a little high, but in that genre of small compact manure spreaders, they're about $1,000 or so. I think we paid $9.99 or something like that. So a little sticker shock for sure, but it's nice because it hooks up to a mule, which is what I'm on, or it hooks up to any ATV. You don't need any special implements, PTO or anything like that. It's just a ground-driven manure spreader. It's got kind of some tines inside that kind of agitate and spread it right on the ground. Does a pretty good job of actually grinding it up. So we're gonna run it here in a minute. I'm gonna give a little walk around and just in case you're looking for something like that. All right, like I said, I run my Countyline spreader on a mule, Kawasaki mule, which is great, by the way. I'll do a review on that thing at some point. Man, it's been great. But here it is, Countyline manure spreader. Ground driven, like I said. Just engage the wheels and it will activate the drum. Does a pretty good job. You can see we got a load ready to go. Just hooks up to your ATV or whatever you got going, real easy. Now you might be wondering why I've got a pitchfork in here. Well, one of the things or drawbacks I'd say about this particular spreader is what you'll find is the manure spreads real good or slides down to the drum from the back, but in the front it kind of gets stuck. So we typically will use the pitchfork and move some of the manure up to the front, and then as you run, you can run about halfway and then stop and then kind of do that, push the manure to the back, and then it will work just fine. And we'll give you a demonstration here in a second. Here we got my daughter Zaylee. She's gonna drive the mule and get it going. So as you can see, it does a pretty good job of breaking up the manure. Runs a pretty good path. We'll check it out. We typically got to kind of move stuff from the front to the back. That'll eventually slide down, but there's the drum I was talking about. You've got some tines in here that kind of agitate, but does a pretty good job. We'll let her go ahead and drive around and get the rest of it emptied. All right, so we just finished. Got a little bit extra up here at the front. It typically does that. It'll kind of gather. Not really a big deal, but as you can see, it's goes out pretty good. Does a pretty good job of cleaning it up. The only thing left to do is just disengage. Make sure you guys do both sides, obviously. And that's it, drive away. Well, that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that little quick video on the compact manure spreader from Tractor Supply Center, or I guess made by Countyline. Does a fairly good job, you know. Worth the money? I don't know, it's hard to say. I mean, it's done the job. We've had it for a year. It's held up real good. Some basic maintenance oil. There's a oil, it's chain driven, so we put some oil on the chain. A couple zert fittings, we put some grease in there, but outside of that, I mean, it's pretty simple. We used it through the winter here in Ohio. We, you know, we get some wind or some pretty cold weather, some ice conditions, snow, and it did fine all through the winter. I don't know, like I said, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for checking out J3 Hobby Farm. We'll be bringing other videos of just the farm in general, or maybe projects we're going on. The next thing I think we're working on is a chicken coop, but I'm gonna be building out a pallet racks, so a little interesting, but we'll give you an update on that and maybe bring you in for a little bit of that, how we built that, and you know, any things we learned along the way. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. If you liked it, hey, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to. Appreciate it. Thanks.